We head to the top of the third. Mike Dennenberg leading off for the West squad, third baseman. Takes a called strike. Saslavsky still on the mound, very efficient. His first 2 innings of play. See Dennenberg, 48 plus Long Island Yankees. What that means is that he's playing in a league of guys that are at least 48 years of age or older. Tim, the amazing thing is you say these guys like playing, they've been playing for a number of years. Who's the oldest player in the league?
The oldest player in the league right now is Marty Perry, who manages the Cooperstown All-Stars. And he's not here tonight, so I can't tell you for certain, but I would say that Marty is at least 75 years old.
Unbelievable.
Yep, still out there playing.
That pitch lifted in the air to left. Long run towards the foul line, and the out is made in left field. Germano with the catch. Dimensions here, 330 down the line, left and right field, 410 straightaway center. So 1 away.
A replay, take a look at it. Dennenberg gets out in front of one. Oh. Stayed with the play there. Now you got Dave Big Daddy Terracciano, one of my teammates. And Dave is an accountant. Dave is a fierce competitor, also one of the nicest guys you meet on or off the baseball field. He flies one into short right field. And the second baseman, Chuck Korn, from the Legends, who's played many times against Big Daddy, makes the catch for the second out.
So Rob McGee now steps in from the Stony Brook Padres.
The leadoff batter this inning was Mike Dennenberg, right?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
So 2 away. A little bit of a shortage of pitchers with these all-stars. Never know who ended up pitching maybe last night or night before. Might be arm weary, had a previous obligation or obligation come up where they couldn't make it to tonight's game. So actually a little bit of a trade in dugout pregame as they shifted a couple of pitches around from one side to the other.
Well, that's one of the things when we tell each team they can send 2 all-stars. We don't tell them what positions to send. Each team can select their all-star on whatever manner they want. The thing that we always worry about is, do we have a couple of catchers and catchers equipment, and do we have more than 2 pitchers? Because when we usually do these games, which is a month earlier, as Rob McGee grounds out for the second out of the inning.
That's the third.
That's it. Boy, we're moving right along.
Brian Gagliarda, nice play at short, ranging to his left. And going the first for the final out. Another 1-2-3 inning. As the West is settled down quickly by Bill Saslavsky through 2.5. We are still scoreless. Head to the bottom of the third, scoreless in the Midweek Baseball League All-Star Game. Al Sass, Tim Hott, Old Westbury.
Jerry DiLiberti from the Long Island Legends, who won their 10th championship this year in the 48 and over division. That's a really
impressive.
That's an impressive. That's 10 out of, I think, 14 years, because the Cubs, my team, has won it 3 times. The Mets have won it once, but the Legends have dominated on a regular basis, and they're an excellent team. They're a team that has pitching and defense and hitting, and basically doesn't make mistakes. And in this game, the teams that don't give you more than 3 outs an inning are the teams that win. So Jerry DiLiberti with the Legends, outfielder, 53 years old. He's a contractor, lives in Melville. He's originally from Levittown.
2-1 pitch, slapped foul down the first base side. It's Molier in his second inning of work.
And luckily, because the game is a month later than usual, most of the team's seasons are finished. Leaving a pitcher out there for a few, we're not hurting them as far as their playoff situation. Like I said, Billy Soslowski's team already won the championship in their division. The division that the Brewers are in, that Armand Molier plays for, their season is over already. I think they won their championship also, 35 and over American division. And they're all resting now between seasons. The fall season opens the week after Labor Day, so it opens around the 8th. And then we've also this year, for the third time, got the Yes There's Baseball in Heaven tournament, September 26, 27, and 28, which is all held at Baseball Heaven, all turf complex in Yaphank, Long Island. And that's a lot of fun. It's a great time of year to play baseball. Last week in September, the weather is beautiful, day or night, and the facilities magnificent. And there we're drawing teams from not only outside the New York, Long Island area, but I think we're starting to draw teams from outside the United States,
which is outstanding.
Which is outstanding for us. I heard from 2 different teams from Venezuela.
Wow.
One in the 35 and over division, one in the 25 and over division, and I'm really hoping that they come through. I mean, they've been in regular contact. I've written letters for them, for their embassy, to get visas for some of their players. I know they've gone to tournaments in Florida recently that are MSBL tournaments, so to have them come up here would be absolutely wonderful. And the guys, from Long Island, anybody else in the tournament, is so excited, to play against guys from out of state, playing against guys from outside the country.
Now the question is, will they go to Venezuela and
Yeah,
reciprocate
I got to tell you something.
down the road?
We've had guys in the past go to China to play baseball, in Australia.
Pat Fitzgerald from the Orioles, the batter, grounds that to short. Easy play, high throw, pulled down at first. There's 2 away. Fitzgerald replacing Kirk Johnson from the Island Orioles.
From the Long Island Athletics, number 20, Robert Jackson.
Robert Jackson from the Athletics. Step in, left-handed batter, plays 25 and older. This year, Tim, as we mentioned in the open, about 40 teams in total playing this year across 4 different age groups.
Right. And pretty evenly. I mean, although they're divided, each age division has separate divisions within the age group. But for example, in the 48 and over division, there were a total of I think 11 teams. 25 and over, there were another 15, and 18 and over, there were only 4. And 35 and over is our largest, has turned into what is our largest age range. But what you'll also find, interestingly, if you were to take a survey of the ages, the guys in 25 and over, most of them are over 30. The guys in 35 and over, most of them are over 40. And until you get in the 48 and over, you don't start really to have consistently guys in the quote-unquote right age bracket. Guys like to play in the younger division as long as they can, and that makes sense. You have guys, I mean, I have several guys who play in both the 25 and over and the 48 and over.
Sure.
And play in the 25 and over and on championship teams. So, they're able to handle both. And it's not that easy to move from 25 and over to 48 because, as we discussed earlier, you're going to see a whole different brand of pitching.
Payoff pitch from Mollier inside, and Jackson works a 2-out walk.
So Bob Jackson from the Long Island Athletics, it's a 2-out walk. Bob is a plumber. Grew up in Rocky Point, played high school ball there. Originally from Port Jeff, and he's single. He's single. He's available. He's young. Only 33 years old. Yeah, make a note of that.
Justin Rampell, right-handed batter, steps in with a runner on first with 2 down as Jackson is being held on at first. Molia missing inside, 1-0 the count on Rampell from the Long Island Raiders in the 35 and older. Second base runner allowed by Molia, gave up a single to the first batter he faced in the second inning, Bill Germano, the only hit of the game for the East Division. That pitch in for a called strike. Both teams with 1 hit apiece through the first 2 2/3 innings.
I'm going to guess that Molia is probably well rested because the 35 and over division wrapped up early last week, so he's probably due to throw today anyway, as they say.
Hit in the hole between first and second. Jackson will go station to second. Rampell on at first with a 2-out single. Runners at first and second.
Was the runner going on the pitch because the second baseman actually, the reason that turned into a base hit, I think the second baseman actually moved with the runner towards second. That opened up the hole between first and second. Take a look at it.
That wasn't going.
No, not that. No, he just slapped it in the hole between first and second. Took the pitch and went with it the other way. Nice piece of hitting. So it's the first time we've had a runner in scoring position. And who's up now? This is after Rampell singles.
This is where it gets a little bit tricky.
Okay,
So many changes here. Could be Mike Schickler. Well, no, Robert Williams is on, so I believe it's Mike Schickler from the Diamondbacks.
Okay, if this is Mike Schickler, 42 years old, married with 2 kids. He's a registered nurse. Oh, good for him. Okay. Hometown of Smithtown, went to Binghamton University, played high school baseball for 4 years at Seaford, down on the South Shore here in Long Island.
In the hole at 0-2.
And our first man in scoring position all night, Moore pitching to the lefty batter, Schickler.
See if he works him inside. Nope, goes outside, missing the corner. 1-2.
But he's working ahead in the count. That's the kind of pitch. That's where Sazlowski put somebody away in the first inning, lefty to lefty, working the outside corner. And Moore here, who clearly knows what he's doing, and he's not going to give this guy anything to hit here. Lefty to lefty, he's got a big edge.
Fisted foul in on hand. Moyer's pitched well, allowed 2 hits, struck out 2, walked 1. First scoring threat of the game, runners at first and second. Rampell at first with a 2-out single, following a 2-out walk by Robert Jackson, who's at second base. 1-2 count on Schickler. Left-handed delivers, just getting a piece of that high pitch.
Schickler's fighting off some tough pitches there. He's just trying to get a piece as Moore has an idea what he wants to do. This is one of those situations, we've talked about this before, when the pitchers are pitching to catchers that they're not used to throwing to. There's a lot to be said for the communication that goes on between pitchers and catchers, especially guys who play together during the course of the year. You know, and I can tell you as an ex-catcher myself, you get in the mindset, you know which pitcher wants to throw what pitch in what situation. When you're pitching to a stranger, you're going to see, you know, either the pitcher actually calling his pitches, or you're going to see a lot of pitches being shaken off by the pitcher. We haven't seen too much of that. And Schickler goes down swinging.
To retire the side here in the third.